Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel all about BA. In this session we are quickly going to see something about incremental file copy. Okay, don't confuse it with incremental data copy. It's about incremental file copy in the sense in real time scenarios we will be scanning a particular folder for a updated or new set of files from an upstream system. Okay, it's like an upstream system will be keeping on pushing some files to a particular folder which we will be scanning, or it will be updating some files in the folder which we have to pick up. Okay, that particular scenario or that particular functionality is easily provided by the Azure Data Factory's copy data tool. It's a very handy tool to implement this particular incremental file copy. Why I say it is a handy tool is it creates pipelines, data sets. If we don't have any link service, it creates for us, and then finally it creates triggers and activates the triggers too. Okay, so we need not do any of this manually. It is all done by a wizard kind of tool which is very easy to implement. Okay, when you land on the adf.azure.com's homepage, right, you will see something called copy data. Okay, when you click on this, it will ask you set of questions and it will implement everything for you. Okay, so just give a name for the copy data pipeline that is going to be created, and then we have to choose the type of trigger. Okay, when we say incremental file copy, right, we'll have to keep on looking into a particular folder, okay, on a schedule based on a trigger. Okay, so that is why it is asking whether you want to run this tool once or on a regular schedule. When you say regular schedule, it will again ask whether it is a schedule trigger or tumbling window trigger. If you want to know more about it, please watch my videos from session number 51, okay, where we have in detail discussed about the triggers. Okay, so for now I am choosing the schedule type trigger, and then I am saying every 2 minutes I want to scan a folder. Okay, I will say a minute, and then next first properties tab is done, and then we'll have to mention the source connection or source link service and source dataset, destination link service and destination dataset. Alright, so when you come to the source, right, we have to choose the link service that we have created, that is pointing to the source folder. Okay, in my case I have SA ADL demo as my storage account. Inside that I have two containers, and this is going to be my input folder and this is going to be my output folder. Okay, so I have to have a link service pointing to demo and one more link service pointing to demo output. Okay, so coming back, so this Azure blob storage 1 points to my demo container, so I am choosing it and saying next, and then here choose the folder in which we have to keeping on scanning. So in that is in my case it's demo, I am choosing it. Okay, in demo I want to look for text files, so I am giving text files, and then file loading behavior is last modified date. Okay, so there is one more incremental load. Okay, time partitioned folder or file. So here when we will use that is, if you have a folder structure like year, month, day, inside that some files called 1.txt, 2.txt, something like that. If you have a hierarchical structure like this based on time, right, time frame, then you can use the second option, time partitioned folder. Okay, in my case I am just choosing this, and then I am choosing binary copy in order to avoid validating my file and all. Okay, I am just simply choosing binary copy. Alright, I am leaving everything as such, and then clicking on next, and then we'll have to provide the same details for destination. Okay, so this is my link service which is pointing to my destination container, so I am saying choosing that, and then pointing to demo output. Choose that. We need not mention anything else here, just choose the folder path, and then next. So it completes 3 steps. Okay, so in this settings, if you want to do something with respect to data consistency and performance operations, you can do it. I am skipping it for now. Okay, it is a summary of the properties we have set. So it's going to create validate the runtime, it's going to create data set, it's going to create pipelines, triggers, activating triggers, everything it's going to do for us. Okay, so once it has started triggers, right, then it will be starting to look for files in the demo container. Okay, I am uploading a text file now. Let us see if it is getting copied to the demo container, I mean output demo. So I am choosing something called SQL inserts. I'm saying upload. Trigger should be looking into this particular folder and pick up the SQL inserts file, and it should put here, okay, in few seconds. So we'll keep on refreshing. Alright, so the SQL inserts file has been picked up from the demo folder, and then it has been placed inside the demo output folder. So this is how we implement incremental file copy activity. One more thing to just let you know is after we created or finished the wizard, right, when you come to pencil icon and see, it would have created a pipeline for you and two data sets, one for source and one for destination. Okay, one trigger also will be created. Okay, when you go to manage tab and then look at the triggers, right, it will be creating a trigger. Okay, so whenever we are implementing this copy data activity, it suffixes the object name similarly, okay, so that we can group them very easily. Okay, that's what I wanted to show for today. And one more thing is, you may ask whether this only works for blob to blob. No, it works for almost all kinds of data stores. For example, if we want to copy a CSV file to an Azure SQL database, right, we can implement the same copy data tool for copying incrementally. Okay, that's all for this particular video. If you have any doubts about this, please let me know in the comment section. Keep supporting.